Well, folks, welcome back to another evil video on YouTube. We're on Horizon 4. What you're looking at here is the 85 Mazda RX-7 that was obtained with me cursing all the way through a street scene seasonal event. I went ahead and did my upgrade and tune. I have it in pretty much at the top of the S1 class. We have the lower tire pressures, the gearing is sort of nice and symmetrical, and it's nicely spread. Got our alignment numbers in there. The anti-roll, the sway bars are there. The springs, the front and back, and the ride height is there. The damping. The arrow, we got our downforce turned all the way down to the minimum. That's why I like, even though the spoiler on there doesn't look good, it allows me to have the adjustability, so that's why I do it. And we have our brakes tuned with the balance to the front and the pressure turned down so I don't lock them up. And then we have our rear differential numbers as well. When I first took it out for a ride, I thought I was in a boat because it was really a soft setup, and I almost got that boat ride out of it, but it's still in there a little bit. I don't want to go over the fence and have it be too rigid. And we have the old reliable turbo rally engine in this thing. Thought that was the best route to go to keep it lightweight. You could upgrade this thing into the S2 class. Evil, how come you're not on the road, buddy? I'm on the road, just sometimes we venture off, that's all. As you can see, even a Koenigsegg is no match for this Mazda. Or is it just my driving? I don't know. A wise person once told me, Evil, just stay on the road you know, buddy. Just stay on the road you know. And that's why I'm on this coast road a lot, because I've been on it so much I know it. Except for this bend here, I sometimes screw it up. Trying to avoid the traffic here in both directions. Hopefully nobody's coming the other way right now. Hopefully we don't hit that building, which we did. That's what happens when you don't use the brakes, folks. Sometimes you gotta use the brakes. I always get confused. I can never tell if the tram is coming my way here and that I get planted in the nose of the tram. The It's right there, so we were pretty close. Oh, a lot of traffic, a lot of traffic, a lot of traffic there. But this particular video is not on this Mazda. I figured I'd start out with it because it is a sporty thing to drive around Horizon 4. Definitely win some races with it. Especially if you have the tunability like I got, where you can go on a high-speed chase or a low-speed curvy kind of circuit, or a point-to-point, whatever you want to do. But it is a shameful thing that we have to put this spoiler on here to have so-called adjustability. You can have other types of spoilers and still have adjustability, but I don't want to get off on that tangent. Can we make the bend, folks? I don't know, there's a lot of traffic. Oh, traffic everywhere. Ah, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Ah, watch the guardrail. The problem with using this Xbox controller sometimes. You think you got it straightened out and you don't. I applaud the people that like using this Xbox controller playing this game, because I really do prefer the steering wheel, but when you get old, it's hard to get into that seat every time, you know? That's why I don't really want to do a race in this thing right now, because I don't really want to get into the driver's seat. But if you feel I let you down, folks, just leave a comment in the comment section. Say, yeah, but you got to get in the racer's seat. We got to see you driving a race so we can evaluate this Mazda on our own. Ooh, there's somebody on my tail. They think they can pass old evil? I don't know. Oh, can we make this turn? Since I am from the States, folks, I really do prefer driving on the right side of the road. Having to always be on the left side of the road is wearing down my faculties of reason. Is that the right term I'm using? I don't know. As the train whistle blows in the background. Oh, they reset me. And here comes Puff to add his words of wisdom, or meows of wisdom, I guess you'd say. The last thing that we will do in this RX-7 is we'll take the leap into the castle from the lighthouse sort of route. This doesn't really have that true top end that we can get a good flight at it, but since I just knocked off the rear spoiler, that might help us. Okay, here we go, folks. Let's see if we can hit that dune just right to get a nice launch. Not hit the bulkhead. Oh, he might even get away with the double. The double. We're going for the double now. Oh no! The double ramper. All in one motion. We didn't get the distance we needed. I kind of forgot that I was in 6th gear and that didn't help our cause any. But this was a brief look at the 1985 Mazda RX-7. Oh, somebody just mentioned that we didn't get a look at the interior. Well, here it is. It has that sort of numbers in red look, which is if your eyesight is sort of on the way out, you might not be able to see it too well. Closer look at the gauges if somebody was asking about that. But now to what this video is about. Thanks to Specs who did the research, what we're going to have here, I'm going to switch over to this look right now. And what you're looking at are the Lite Waits. Lite Waits on Horizon 4. I thought it would be an interesting thing to see the weight of the cars. Now, the Trident I didn't really own, so I was going by the listed weight that's in the auto show. The other Peel that I do own, if you change the engine up in it, it would knock it up to 421 pounds. But as my setup goes, it's at under 300 pounds at 298. And I guess the OneNote doesn't like my spelling in these particular ones that have the red underline to them, but I was just going by what the spelled it in the game, so. And I put the cutoff at 1,500 pounds, even though I do have this Alfa Romeo TZ2 listed here. It's at 1512. You see at the bottom here you have the 3 Alfa Romeos right in that range. You have some Lotuses on the list. You have a Ferrari on the list. You have a couple of Porsches on the list. Surprisingly, this Renault, I didn't realize the Renault Alpine was as light as it is. And you even have the Manx Doom Buggy on here, just over 1,000 pounds. I was amazed to see that the Morgan 3-wheeler was over 1,000 pounds, and yet some of these other ones, like the Donkerfort D8 GTO, is lighter than that. But really, the king of this list, and it even has king in its name, is the 63 Shelby Monaco King Cobra at 1,043 pounds. Of all the cars that are on this list, that is the monster of them all. Some people probably like the 1966 Porsche 906 Carrera. That comes in at $1,258. And granted, some of these cars are actually not very sporty, but a few of them are. And so let's hop into a few of these cars, take a ride in them, and go from there. So now we're going back on to Horizon 4. T50, the 1962 Peel, clocks in at 298 pounds. Considering that I'm right now over 230 pounds, I'm almost as heavy as its car. So let's get in it and take a quick tour around the castle. Not going to spend too much time on this thing because I don't. What's the best way to put this, folks? It's a one-seater. If you want to take your girlfriend to the movies, you got to strap her on the roof, or maybe have her straddle the hood. I don't know. But where do you put your groceries? Can't even go to the supermarket in this thing. Those of you that actually want an interior view of this thing, there it is. It is the lightest weight in the Horizon 4 game, under 300 pounds. And surprisingly, for some reason, these vehicles are driving so slow that we can pass them. When I was tuning this thing, a couple of things said that it failed on, which like 0 to 100, it can't get over 100 miles an hour the way I have set up, so that was a fail, and I think something else was a fail. But they can still go on the beach and stuff with it. You're saying, can we actually win a drag race in this thing? I don't know. Let's give it a try. Let's look at the starting grid and see what we're up against. We got a Ford Anglia, a 59, a Ford Transit. I guess that's a van. Land Rover. Some Morrises in here, a Morris Minor and 2 Morris Travelers. There's actually a Forza Edition Land Rover in here. Can't believe that they were able to unupgrade the thing down to the D class. And I'm racing another P50 in here. There's a Type 2 Volkswagen, an 8-bar 595, and of course the Isetta, which at least you can have your girlfriend in the car with you. So, let's get this thing started and see where we end up. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, we're in our final gear here. We're in 6th. Believe it or not, we're leading the pack, folks. We're leading the pack. Can't even go. We just tip at right about 80 miles an hour. First place for the P50 at a stunning 33 seconds, .133. And finally we had some other vehicles cross the finish line over 42 seconds. I think you can even fake this car out and pretend you're stepping on the gas and it'll still redline. As I said, out of the auto show, this thing's at 353 pounds. So let's take it for a quick drive. Okay, who's the one that just said they can walk faster than this? Come on. We're going over 30 miles an hour. Barely. Interior view, here you got it. And 3 gears, that's all it has, folks. This has a 3-speed gearbox, I guess. But we can actually pass something. Or at least we're trying to pass something. We're creeping up on that Isetta up there ahead. Might be able to catch that thing. Can we get over 50 miles an hour as it sits? I don't know. I think I spoke too soon because it looks like that Isetta is pulling away from us now. So we're giving up the chase on that. Now who's the crazy one that just said they want to see this thing in a drag race? Looks like it's the same from the other Peel race. Same suspects are here. Except this time you have a Forza Edition Volkswagen Type 2. Along with the Forza Edition Land Rover. There is the other Peel, but that's a P50 instead of a Trident. So let's see what happens. I certainly wouldn't want to be in an accident in this thing. Well, we're not last. I spoke too soon. We're going to be last. Oh, hold on a second, folks. We might as well snap a picture. Get some credits for some photos here. Go up a little bit. Back off a little bit. Look at that. We got credit for... Holy moly, look at all those vehicles we just got in here. What's the odds that we're going to be over, what, 50 seconds maybe? Are we going to make it in 50 seconds? I don't know. Can we hit 50 miles an hour? That's debatable too. The finish is coming up. We're stuck at 43. Well, we finally crossed the line. And what's the time? What's the time? The time is 64 seconds, .665. Wow. Try to make it back to the castle. If we can make it. I don't even think this can make it up the ramp of the danger sign. But this actually does have two tires in the back, unlike the Peel, which is just one wheel. And here is a look at the limited view of the interior. Turned in ahead of us. Had to take evasive action. Looks like it does have a 6-speed gearbox. I think this thing can win a drag race if I can make it to the starting line. What exactly are we up against in this one? There's a Volkswagen Beetle and also a Carmen Ghia in this one. Ford Transit van still here with the Land Rover Forza Edition still in here. There's a Ford wagon in here. There's actually a Porsche 356 SL. And there's also a Sprite MK1. So who's willing to bet on the Isetta in this one? Are there any takers willing to bet on the Isetta? I agree. I wouldn't bet on this thing either. But here we go. Well, we at least got off the starting line halfway decent. Looks like we're pulling away from the competition. What are you doing, Evil? What are you doing? We gotta see if there's any thing we can take a picture of here. Plus we get to look how close and tight this thing is. Oh, we got a monster lead, folks. Monster lead. Monster lead here. Hey, look at that. We even got another vehicle I didn't have in there. Alright, there we go. At this point, I think we got this thing locked up, but let's go to the finish and see if we do. Is anybody coming up? Oh, the Isetta takes it. It was a tighter battle than that the Peels had, though. 33.367 seconds. Not bad, not bad. Can we get off the ground? Can we get off the ground? Oh, we almost did. I think there was a little bit of space there, folks. I think there was space. I think somebody just asked, can we see it go off the jump? That wasn't me, folks. That's we do have an audience here today, and they said they want to see this go off the jump, so here we go. Are we going to survive? I don't know. Let's find out. Woohoo! Look at that. We left the ramp at over 60 miles an hour and even got a 251-foot jump at it. Okay. Car brand. And that is this Lotus 11 from 1956. It's under 1,000 pounds. It has 547 horsepower. Well, it would start raining like cats and dogs when I got into this thing. Oh, it's kind of slippery driving this thing. This thing has some speed to it. Not sure if it has a lot of control to it, but it's got speed. Now somebody, they must have been joking when they said this, but they want to look at the interior shot. Folks, there isn't much of an interior shot in this thing. I mean, but here it is for you. Here it is. Here's the interior view. And it is a 6-speed gearbox, just to confirm. Because of its light weight. I'm sure this thing, even though it might be a handful, is very capable of winning some races. Oh! There was nothing they could do about that, folks. Looks like we just missed running into the tram, even though he ran into some other vehicles. I think we should pull over and take a quick look at how this thing is tuned. Let's do that real quick. I don't think I ever tuned this thing. Let's do a sort of quick tune on it then. I think for the rear differential we'll go 60-40. Of course, if I had my way, I'd have it as a all-wheel driver. Not sure why I didn't do that. Do a little brake tune on it. As loose as this thing was, I don't think I'm going to turn the downforce down. I may actually turn it up a little bit. Leave that alone. Put a little bit more stiffness in the front springs and a little more stiffness in the rear springs. Level out the ride a little bit. Go ahead and put the sway bars a little closer. See if this is any better as far as the alignment goes. As far as the gearing goes, we'll do this. So the estimated top speed is just over 224 miles an hour. The acceleration isn't very impressive for as light as this thing is, but it does sort of brake okay, I guess, maybe. And if you don't mind, we'll go back to the parasailing view here. So still looks like it's a handful for taking off. You have to really finesse the throttle. this thing is only rear-wheel drive, I don't really want to subject myself to a drag race in it. Somebody just said I was wimping out, so here we go. We're entering the juggernaut. It's going to be kind of shaky taking off with just rear-wheel drive, but coming up on the bend, I don't want to chance it, so I slowed down a little bit. But it's possible we can still pull this out. I don't know, it's a drag race to the finish. We're closing, but we're not going to get there. We're finishing, it looks like second. I'm pretty sure we could have won this if Evil was make this all-wheel drive. It would be a little bit easier to handle. But even though the numbers even though the numbers didn't show it as far as acceleration goes, it feels like it does have acceleration. Oh, we didn't make that gate. Oh, that's called slowing down pretty quick, isn't it? This is as I have it, it's just a tick over 1,000 pounds at 1,004 pounds. Interior view. The Reliant Superman. This is a 4-speed. Looks like we can get up over 75 miles per hour, given the time. Back to an exterior view. If anybody wants to see this thing in a race, just leave a comment. We'll be glad to oblige. As I said, with the sort of single wheel in the front, this is not exactly the most stable ride there is. Donker Boot 2013, the D8 GTO, checks in at 1,025 pounds with 547 horsepower. Now that we're in nighttime, there isn't much to see. This is an interior view, and as you can see, this is definitely a newer vehicle because it's got a, it's like LCD dash. Go back out to an exterior view. Oh! You gotta do something about your eyesight. Oh! Oh, watch out for the tree! When it gets dark in the UK, it gets dark. Folks, just so we get back into some semblance of daylight. We're gonna 40. Don't worry, folks. We're just gonna do one lap. Up. What happened there? I don't know. It wants to spin out. This thing needs a lot of help as far as needs the transmission tuned. It needs all sorts of stuff. Since I don't even have the transmission tune this thing, I have to take liberties with the race course. So right now I can't even use fifth gear. It actually slows me down to try and use it. And it doesn't like guardrails either. I think we're doing a disservice to this car, so let's go and gotta have perks, but you gotta have perks. Perks is where it's at. Especially the 2 collisions to break a chain. Can't live without that. Drafting skills, triple pass, passing skills, and to get to the slingshot, we gotta get a wheel spin. Alright. Let's go right to the upgrades. Scroll all the way down over to here and Feels more comfortable already. Curious to see what kind of tires we have on here. We do have the race compound on there, and we're going to switch that up and just go with the radio/snow tire. We already have the widest in the back, so that's okay. Now we go into the transmission and upgrade that. Might as well do the rear differential while we're here. I think everything else should be okay. Yep, the rest looks like it's done, so spending another almost 27,000 credits. We increased our weight, but we're still under 1,100 pounds. See if we can hang on. Looks like the Lego almost got us. The Lego Mini Cooper almost beat us. I think we've, even though this thing does seem to be definitely a fun vehicle to be in, especially now that it's all-wheel drive, it is time to move on to the next vehicle, folks, because the next vehicle is the king of the Lite Waits. The king, folks, the king of the Lite Waits. Scroll down, 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 down. It's a Shelby, and it's not the Cobra 427. It's not the Cobra Daytona. It's the Monaco King Cobra. 1963 Shelby. At 1,043 pounds with 819 horsepower. This thing truly is a monster. And we don't have to worry about the tune on this thing. Not much of an interior, folks. It's another open air car. This thing's more than capable of giving you a white knuckle ride. And if Evil had better eyesight, he'd be able to see these cars that he can avoid, maybe. Is anybody coming the other direction? I hope not, I hope not. Can we miss the building this time? Yes, we can. Oh, where's that car? Oh, another car. Those light poles, or whatever they are, when you hit them, do sort of affect things. Oh! A head-on. The dreaded head-on with another car. Oh! I thought I was avoiding the other car, and it ended up I drove right into it. Oh! Oh, I was doing such a good job of avoiding things. We'll have to fast travel to a... I thought it was solar powered. Can we make it through? Can we make it through? It doesn't look like it. Oh, man. I thought I had it, and then I thought I didn't have it, and then I thought I had it. Get yourself some glasses, Evil. There it goes. There it goes. We're going to make it this time. We're going to make it. There we go. Airborne at last. Not much distance, but that's alright. Sorry about your house there, folks. Didn't mean to hit it. Of course, since we're here, we might as well do the jump over the church, too. Oh! When they say your battery's low, they didn't mean dead, but it is dead. Pardon me, folks, while we do a quick change. Alright. Back in business. And there we go. But seriously, folks, this thing is really fun to rip around the map with. There are some days where you might consider this the funnest car to drive in the game. You almost feel your hair blown in the wind. You can even go off-roading in it, folks. So you'll even go off-roading. Oh, we almost cleared that dune, almost cleared it. I think we'll end this video The leap into the castle with our Monaco King Cobra. But before we take the leap, we will switch back to the list. Our Lite Waits list, and if there's a vehicle on this list that you want to see a more in-depth look at, whether it's an Alfa Romeo or another Lotus or a Porsche or whatever, maybe the Maserati Tipo birdcage, just go ahead and leave a comment and we'll get it done for you. But now it's back to the job at hand, and that is to try and have this King Cobra make a leap. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Landing on her. No, I just broke my neck. Of course, now we have to do the double leaper off the ramp. Unfortunately, all that stuff was in our way, but we still managed to get off the ramp. And it's not a 3-star leap, but it's definitely a good distance for what we had to go through. And that's how we're going to leave this one off, folks. This is the Shelby Monaco King Cobra. Looking very sporty indeed, very sporty. Can even give you a look when it's not sitting in the tall grass. There it is. Of course, it kind of looks a little dented now since we went airborne with it, but very, very fun car to drive, and it is, in my estimation, the king of the Lite Waits. And that's where we're going to leave this video off. I was trying to do a sign-off, folks, and the battery died before I got to say the final words. But here they are. Thanks for watching, folks, as always, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.